Oh, hey, folks. Good to see you today. So, I've just got off the phone with somebody who unfortunately had someone pass away, and they were wanting to know what to do as far as the first steps in probate. Well, the unfortunate thing is that they thought that they could go down to the clerk of court, which is in North Carolina, is the first step is to go to the clerk of court and register the probate. But the way that probate works in North Carolina, the clerk of superior court in all 100 counties serve as the judge of the probate process. And they cannot practice law or give legal advice at all in that process. So therefore, you shouldn't ask the clerk or the clerk staff to prepare your accounts or documents and advise you in the completion of any of the forms that you're going to need. And the second thing is that if you really, really, really need advice, consult an attorney, especially a well qualified estate attorney. We've got some attorneys out there that say, oh, yeah, we do estates, but they've never handled an estate whatsoever, or they don't even know the proper definitions of real estate and any of that other stuff that you would think that they would do, being a estate specific attorney. Some of these are criminal attorneys and they just do estate stuff just to bill you. Now, I'm going to tell you there are some good attorneys out there that are estate attorneys to which they kind of sort of will do things that keeps their fees low as far as the estate is concerned. But what I really recommend is at any time that you find yourself in a position where you're going to need an attorney, is you get the attorney to do the paperwork or the legal paperwork that you see with the court system. And then you have somebody like me who is a certified estate specialist help you with all the practical stuff and then the documentation and whatnot. And the reason is because an attorney can't give you real practical advice that is going to help you as far as that's concerned. What they're going to do is they may walk you through things that you're going to need as far as, well, you got to sell the property. Well, okay, that's fine. But the next question that you're going to wind up asking them is, how? Well, and then the attorney is going to give you the advice of, well, you've got estate tag companies, you've got auctions, you've got, you could take it down to the flea market, so they're going to give you a bunch of choices. Within a certified estate specialist like me, I can give you more than just the choices. I can actually give you platforms in order to sell those particular things. Now you can do it on your own or you can do it through me. It does not matter. But the whole purpose behind it is to, one, earn the estate as much money as possible so it can pay for the probate fees and whatnot. And two, ensure that anything and everything that there is to even consider is going to be going toward the estate and can be split effectively and as far as that's concerned. Now, that being said, the whole purpose behind the executor or the administrator is to keep accurate records and file accurate accounts. Now, understand that sometimes there's going to be people who are going to be in your realm of beneficiaries who are going to be banging on your door every other day wanting to know status and why this hasn't been taken care of and why that hasn't been taken care of. And there's a whole host of issues that you can consider. One is that you have an attorney who is backlogged. Two is you have court systems that are backlogged. Three, you may have court systems that are backlogged. Or it could be that you have to pay those attorney's fees, or you have to get bonded, or any of those other issues that it may be. Now, the funny thing about it is if they're an executor and there's a will, then the one executor may or may not need to be bonded. Now, that being said, an administrator may have to go get bonding, and if they can't get the bonding, then the problem becomes, okay, so who is available to take the case or to settle the estate with the bonding in place? And sometimes it's going to be the attorney. However, attorneys are not going to do it for free. No one in their right mind should ever think that anything having to do with probate is going to be free. People make their living doing this, helping people, and their fees are sometimes reasonable. Sometimes you have people who want to maximize the amount of money that goes in their pocket by trying to do everything themselves. But really, are you willing to quit your job for about a year and a half at $60 an hour? Maybe you might even be making $24 an hour in order to get, what would equate to $7.15 an hour and working with it. So you have to understand there's a lot more to it than just, putting a yard sign out there saying estate sale. There's more to it than that. There's marketing, because the whole purpose behind a certified estate specialist is to maximize the amount coming into the estate, and not to say, well, you know what, because there's such a small amount there, it's not worth marketing. You'd wind up owing me a check. I generally try not to do that. But anyway, on the other thing too is that your court costs and fees must be paid to the clerk of superior court. Yes, the fees are $120 to open it, and then there's what I call it an estate tax. Now they may not call it an estate tax, but I call it an estate tax, but it's a fee that's paid to the clerk of court, which is normally 40 cents per $100. So if you have $10,000, you divide that by 100. So 10,000 divided by 100 would come up to be, right? And then you multiply it by 0.40. So you're going to wind up getting something to the effect of, and hold on, let me do my calculations here. And it would be $10,000 divided by $100, like I just said, times 0.40, which is 40 cents per 100. And your overall fee would be $120 plus the $40. Now, to get bonded for $10,000, it's going to be $100, and you have to go get a commercial policy at a local insurance company. That's no big deal. That can be recouped from the proceeds of the whatever proceeds come into the estate. And then the whole idea behind this is to communicate this information back and forth to folks and ensure that you'll be informed by the clerk of court about those amounts. So like I said, when I was telling you it's 40 cents per 100, that is what you're told. $120 filing, 40 cents per $100 in value. So if you have a $1.8 million estate, we won't go there. But anyway, this is Matt Price. I am your auctioneer, now your real estate broker. Down below here is my phone number and my contact information. Do not hesitate to give me a call. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can. I am starting a probate real estate website here soon that's going to have links to the forms, and it's also going to try to be county specific. It's just a matter of getting all of that into the system so it makes it easy for you. Anyway, I will see you in our next video.